Hi, I'm Michael H. Schaefer. I'm an influence coach, and I've got a question for you. How do you start your speeches? With a bang, like fireworks exploding? Are your words and delivery grabbing your audience's attention? Here's an example of what I mean with a story about a champion public speaker, Darren LaCroix. His most famous speech started essentially with a face plant. He walked onto a large stage without saying a word and then fell face forward onto the floor. It was a shock to everyone in the audience. And then he delivered the first 30 seconds of his speech straight to the carpet, delivered a big laugh line, and managed to link the pratfall to his message of getting back up after you stumble in life. What a grabber. But you don't have to skin your knees to grab an audience's attention. Darren told me that the two best ways to open a speech are with a question or a story. Questions actively engage the listener's mind, and stories engage the audience because our brains have been hardwired for thousands of years to connect with storytelling. A well-told story can be incredibly memorable. Now, if the audience is seeing you for the first time, their curiosity about you will never be higher than at the beginning of your speech. After that, audience attention tends to decline as predictably as the temperature of a tea kettle after you shut the stove off. But if you create a strong opening, you have a much better chance of grabbing and holding the audience's attention, and for longer. So, how do you open strong? Here are three great ways to do exactly that. First, you could try provocative statements. Imagine a speech that starts with one of these statements. I eat snakes for a living. The first time I stole something, I was 7. I love paying my taxes. Provocative statements catch the audience's attention. Find a way to bait the audience's interest, even if your topic is straightforward. Why start a speech with a statement that everyone agrees with? Save the popular position until after you've created some interest. If it sounds counterintuitive, listeners will stay curious longer. Second, you could start a story at the exciting middle, not the beginning. For example, the film Raiders of the Lost Ark opens with the part of the first story that's late in Indiana Jones's journey, the hike to the cave of the lost idol. It doesn't start with Indy finding a passage in an old book in the college library back in Indiana, or Indy booking a flight to South America, or the in-flight dialogue with a fellow passenger, or Indy hiring a bush pilot, or even the flight upriver. The story starts at the exciting part and fills in the backstory later. Try it with your own story. By the way, if you're watching this tip video, I know you're committed to improving your influence as a communicator. And I've got some big news to share in the next few days about transforming your future and your success, especially if you're a professional speaker or already running the type of business where you get your clients by speaking. Your transformation will be much deeper than what we address with simple tip videos like this. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll share the big news with you in just the next few days. Hey, what's the third way to open strong? Be funny. Not with jokes from a book or the internet, please. Those jokes are tired. And everyone will wonder if you stole the rest of your speech, too. Find a real laugh about what's relevant to yourself or the moment. Be self-deprecating or find some common ground with the audience. Reflect them back to themselves in some way. Once, to quiet a rowdy crowd at a college 600 strong, at the start of a speech, I politely asked, "Can everyone hear me?" When some of them shouted, "No!" like I knew they would, I shouted back, "Then shut up!" They loved it. Screaming at people doesn't always work though, so make sure you know your audience. When you open strong, you carry the audience further. If you'd like to watch more fresh, free public speaking tips, please like and subscribe to this channel. And stay tuned for the big news in the next few days about transforming your own personal influence. See you on the next tip.